Once you understand your career superpower, it's time to take action. And here's how to do it strategically. If you've been laid off or you might be afraid it can happen, let's talk. I was laid off, as you can see by the title of this video, in my 40s. I'm still in my 40s. So in recent years, I was laid off during one of my highest performing years as a business development executive for a US Fortune 50 company. I know exactly how overwhelming and frustrating it can feel. One day you feel secure, and the next day the whole world has changed. You're facing uncertainty, you're facing fear, you have the pressure now to just figure things out fast. The real dagger for me was being a mother and realizing I didn't have enough runway to maintain my family's current lifestyle. Here's what I learned and what I'm sharing with you all today, that it is not the end. It actually turned into an opportunity. I remember the exact moment I got the notice to jump on a random Zoom call with a senior manager. Immediately that sinking feeling in my stomach, and 15 minutes later I was you know packaged off. So the worry about the what's next, the fear of having to start over, that doubt, it absolutely crept in. It made me question everything. Was I still valuable? Did I have what it takes to reinvent myself? But through that storm, I realized something powerful. Being laid off is not a failure, it's a forced reset. Let me explain. You're feeling stuck and you want to position your career trajectory toward a more sustainable path of growth and fulfillment. If that resonates with you, be sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Also, watch the full video here as I'll drop 3 keys that put me on the right path with a newfound confidence to push through the unknown and anticipate what's next. Here's the reality. So many middle-aged professionals feel stuck after a layoff because they believe they have to start over from scratch. True enough, the job market has changed and their skills could feel outdated and they're unsure how to compete. Here's the truth. You don't have to start over, but you do need to reposition. This is where you start to own your story and reframe the narrative in your mind. Think of it like it's not about losing what you had, it's now about leveraging what you've built. The key difference between those who stay stuck and those who bounce back: resilience and adaptability. The professionals who succeed after a layoff are the ones who shift their mindset from a setback to a setup. We got to dive into the data. The average person changed their career 3 to 5 times over their lifetime. So reinvention is not just common, it's necessary. So, yes, it can feel like a very isolating event. I know firsthand how confusing and, again, just very fearful a quick and unexpected career transition can feel, especially when, like I said, it's unforeseen. What's your career superpower? It's the mental switch that takes this from the setback to the setup, to affirm to yourself that your unique combinations of skills, experience, and problem solving abilities make you stand out. It just needs to be valuable in another way or a place. But here's the problem. Most middle aged professionals don't recognize their own value because they spent years defining themselves by titles rather than transferable skills. They've fallen into complacency and a comfort zone. I like to call it the danger zone. Having a plan before you need one, that is your career goal. Here's how to start quantifying your value. Let's take a look at this. Ask yourself, what problems do you solve better than most? What do people always come to you for advice on? What skills have helped you get promoted, land opportunities, or deliver results in past roles? Once you start identifying your career superpower, you shift from feeling like things are out of control to owning your story. Instead of being at the mercy of a layoff, you take charge of your next chapter. Please do not do this. I see this mistake all the time. People panic and start applying to every job they can find, even the ones they're overqualified for or they don't actually want. They lower their standards, take jobs out of desperation, and end up stuck again in a few months. Instead, go from knowing your value to showing your value. Once you understand your career superpower, it's time to take action. And here's how to do it strategically. Number one, take inventory. Reflect on your skills, reflect on your strengths. What do you actually enjoy doing? Identify where your experience aligns with today's job market and business opportunities. Also, identify what you did not like and rank your top 3 non-negotiables for your next career chapter. It's okay. Just because it was something you put up with in the past, we don't have to bring that into our next chapter. One important question in step 1 when you're taking inventory is you need to ask yourself, how much financial runway do you have? Get lean on your budget. I know this seems like this should be matter of fact, but you get lean on your budget because this opens up measurable time for you to explore and make a decision, an informed decision. So that your people of interest during this stage should be financial advisors, because your former organization's HR department is not necessarily the help they say they are. I'm going to leave that for another video. Okay. Step 2 is you got to rebrand yourself. Optimize LinkedIn, update your personal brand, position yourself for new opportunities. Your next employer or client is searching for what you offer, and you need to make sure they find you. At this stage of rebranding yourself, your people of interest should be career advisors, coaches, or consultants to help you navigate and streamline your next steps forward. Your final step here is you need to explore your options. Is that pivoting within your industry, starting consulting if you have a particular niche, a sought after expertise, exploring entrepreneurship, or developing new skills for an in-demand role? The key is expanding your perspective beyond traditional job searching. Here's why networking and visibility matter. When I was navigating my own career transition, LinkedIn became my best tool. Instead of applying for random jobs, I started showing up where opportunities already existed. And if you're not leveraging your network and your online presence, you're making the journey harder than it needs to be. For those of you wanting more help positioning yourself for your next move, be sure to grab my 7-step LinkedIn optimization guide. I'll drop the link in the description here to help you get noticed faster. Being laid off is not the end. It actually is the beginning of something new if you approach it with the right mindset and strategy. Remember, you are not your job title. You are not defined by a layoff. Your career superpower is still yours, and it's time to use it to build the next chapter. Thanks for tapping in. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more career transition and positioning strategies that move the needle. If you have not purchased your copy of my book, Choice Destinations, be sure to check the link in the description below. It's the ultimate blueprint navigating from corporate surviving to entrepreneurial thriving. Until then, be sure to make your next move your best move.